Good morning, everybody. Good morning, sir.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, good morning.
I
Good
request
morning, sir.
everybody to come on camera. Everybody. Uh, Very good morning to everybody. Today we have a special class. Sir has suddenly given a new course to us. It goes by the name Namakaran. We have already done one session on Namakaran by Sir only, but this is totally different. And Sir will explain what is the difference between the previous class and this class and what we are going to do today. Over to you, sir.
Okay, just a second.
Sir, can you give us a brief about what is the difference between the previous class and this class?
Shall I choose the prayers and then start, or you want to do it before?
Aha, sir, we'll do before, then we'll start with the prayers and the class.
Okay. No, if I compare to what I'm going to do now, the previous class was like a preview to this particular class. Last time it was just a glimpse. What is maybe Hoda Chakra, and a little bit on Katapayati. It was nothing detailed and how to do it exactly. This time it is going to be extremely very detailed, actual Shastric way of naming. Once you all know how to do this, this is the Pakka way of what is actually naming, the complete Shastric way in detail. Last, I just mentioned what all is there. That's all. What is Hoda Chakra? What is Katapayati? English numerology, some people use. It is there, it exists. That's all. That was an explanation given. But how do you choose? I'll explain to you all in detail. What is vowels? What is consonants? What is akshara? What everything in detail, and how do you select? I think the whole class is going to be an explanation regarding the whole session. It'll be last time it was just an introduction. The whole course was an introduction. Today is the detailed course of the whole thing. Your audio, man.
Okay, sir. Sir, we can start the session.
Yeah.
So what is this first session about that we are doing?
No, about the whole course, what all I'm going to touch.
Okay.
Why is Namakaram so important? Namakaram is not for a baby. It's for branding, company, everything. Why name becomes so important? I'm not going to say anything about English letters and everything. You all can decide after this course. Is it really very good? So many people, most of the professional numerologists are English related words. So after this course, you all can decide what to say, how effective and good it is. So just a brief up into the whole course. I've got a lot of example charts also. Let's see what it happens.
As we all know, sir's classes and notes are so very detailed and some new angle to every course that we are doing. Just finished the degree course and it was such a different course that we didn't even know that such a type of sessions existed. Thank you, sir, for that such a lovely one. No one has done it before and it has come out very well. 36 hours instead of 20 hours that you had promised us. So let's go about this session, sir.
Just to the prayers. Hari Om Ganana Tva Ganapadikum Havamahe Kavim Kavina Jeshtarajam Brahmanaspata Anashranvano Divasida Sadalam Prano Devi Saraswati Vaje Virvajini Vadi Dinamagatrayavadu Ganeshaya Namaha Saraswatyai Namaha Sri Gopyo Namaha Hari Om Bhargavasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimhi Prachodayat Om Shri Bhaskaraय Vidmahe Mahatyadikaraय Dhimhi Tanno Aditya Prachodayat Om Adityaya Somaya Mangalaya Vadacha Guru Shukra Sani Siddham Kirti Namaha. Okay, today is Radha Saptami. I think you all don't know what is Radha Saptami. This is supposed to be when sun starts, after sun enters Capricorn, on the Shukla Paksha Saptami. It goes and what I say, technically sun enters, it is supposed to be Uttarayana, but sun starts moving technically only from Shukla Paksha Saptami. So it is a Vedic, it is called Radha Saptami. Yeah, sun, what is it? Saptami comes on Sunday, it's called Bhanu Saptami. Today it is Radha Saptami did not come on a Sunday, but it is Bhanu Saptami and Radha Saptami. It is Saptami coming on a Sunday, especially when Sun is in Makara. Sun is in Makara means it is Kala Purusha 10th house. So you know why the presidents of the USA only during this month in Abhijit Muhurta they will take over. On 20th they will take over. It is so this is such a I wish you all a happy Radha Saptami. I wanted to do this on a Radha Saptami. It's also Bhanu Saptami, Radha Saptami. Very special day for we are doing it in Meena Lagna with all 4 planets in the 11th house. Okay. Okay. Before I go into the course, anybody wants to tell anything about this? How they usually they think is how your name thing? We just brush up. So I just don't want to say start. Anybody has a view about how you'll name a child? Name a child, product, name. How is it usually done? Somebody comes and asks for a company. What is a company name? What is a suitable company name? Or a baby? Anybody wants to say anything?
Namaste,
Yes.
sir.
Namaste. Yes, Sharatji.
Yes, sir. So it's based usually in the South India, especially in Karnataka and all these places, based on the Janma Nakshatra. So the Nakshatra Pada and the names associated to that, usually they do it that way. And some people also take the Rashi names. I mean, this is the general what we do.
So only the starting letter, that's all.
Only the starting letters. I mean, no Katapayati Sutra, no nothing. People don't know any of those things. Only the Janma Nakshatra, or some people only take even the Rashi also. Falling in the Kanya, okay, what all the letters comes in the Kanya, so they name it. But
I will explain today. That is correct, but that is the first step. And you cannot take it blindly. There are different filters to it.
Yes, sir.
Example, let's say somebody is born in Ashwini. Okay. And the Lagna is Kanya Lagna. Where is the moon? Moon is in the 8th house.
Moon is in the 8th house.
Then can we take Ashwini?
No, sir.
Our moon is, let's say, it is conjoined with Rahu Ketu. Both Rahu Ketu, moon, both in the same nakshatra. So can we take the nakshatra of moon? No.
No, sir.
Our moon is in a particular nakshatra. The 5th or 9th nakshatra is occupied by a malefic. Can we take it? So there are many filters before choosing. See, name, I'll explain to you all how important is a name. There are 2 names, okay? The Janma Nakshatra name and the Nama Akshara. See, there is somewhere the Akshara of your Janma Nakshatra will always control you. But not only that, your name is what the world knows. So that will also control. So 2 Aksharas is going to dominate your Janma Nakshatra and Nama Akshara. So their resonance and harmony is very important. Okay, anything else? Chandan, sir. What? Tell me, sir.
Namaste, sir. Sir, for company names, I follow Kabbalah numerology. And for baby name, I follow both Chaldean numerology as well as Astro name power, like for E and all, like Sun is ruling, and Yara Lava, that sequence Moon is ruling, and Kakar Mars is ruling. So that I take. I also
if the planet is very strong, you take that Varga.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So which dominant planet will come for the name? I select. I also consider Panchanga, sir.
In Panchanga, you mean the Hoda Chakra?
No, the Panchanga, the Var current. So, like, what is dominant? If the moon is coming dominant in Var current and this one, Yoga, that moon may be balanced or imbalance. I checked that also with Panchanga. Finally,
okay, good. To an extent, not bad.
thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I do it with Bhrigu Nadi Nadi first step. I will see the strongest combination that we have. We don't consider the moon because moon, as you said, maybe not very placed very good in the chart. So the strongest combination, then I'll use Katpayadi to fine tune which house it activates every time we call a name. And then I use all the first thing, Namakaran that you have taught. Fine tune, everything. How many letters it should be, what should be the second letter, what should be the third letter, what it will give. Like I do ekdam systematically, I follow this. The way you have taught us, na? But the first step is always Brigonandi Nadi. I will find out the strongest combination.
So find out the most auspicious planet.
Yes. Not a planet, sir. It is not that combination. Like we will always give names on deities. 108 names of this deity, 1,008 names of this deity. So we'll choose, and then we'll say, okay, now choose a 5-letter word. Now give a 3-letter word. Then we'll work it out with Katpayadi and see which house it activates, and then finally fine tune according to yours.
So Katpayadi only the Rasi Sankhya.
Because numerology is this modern numerology that we have.
No, not modern numerology. I'm saying in Katpayadi itself, there are three. There is Rasi Sankhya, Graha Sankhya, Nakshatra Sankhya.
So like we will take a total of all the words and which Rashi it will activate.
Oh, Rasi
which house, house, not Rashi.
Yeah, in this class in Katapayadi, I'll be teaching Rasi, Graha, and Nakshatra.
No, we take house, sir, not the Rashi.
No,
house.
In this class, I'm going to teach about Rasi,
so then one more
Graha, and Nakshatra. Not today. In the main class, we'll be teaching.
So one more layer will be added for me. Right. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Sanjeev.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
So can we use the Yoga Nakshatra letter in a Namakaran also? Can we include that also?
Yoga Nakshatra means?
I mean Yoga, that Yoga Sputa falling in the Nakshatra, whatever the Nakshatra pada.
Yoga Sputa, 5th Lord, 9th Lord, exalted planet, all you can use. But there is one small problem you should understand. You can't simply choose, let's say one planet is exalted, sitting in the 11th house, 5th house, 9th house, okay. So let's say we take that particular Akshara. Okay. But you think that will suit you?
That's why I'm asking, because a couple of times try to see that it is working in certain cases, provided that Yoga Sputa is falling in the good house.
See, that is strong for you. That is a very strong, favorable for you. There is something called, what I say from the last class I take a note, resonance or harmony. What I say, there is one particular filter whether it harmonizes with your chart. There is a method of finding out what I say. See, everybody starts off, there is a start, there is an ending. Everybody does that correctly. Either they take the Hoda Chakra and they find a letter, or they immediately go and find out the most powerful planet and they find an Akshara. But in between, there is a connect between both these.
Correct.
Between the birth Nakshatra and this, there is a connection. There is a method of finding if you chose an Akshara starting letter. Is it basically, suitable for you? It might be strong. It might be fair. Like you, let's say, you make a friend with let's say, with a very celebrity. But is that person going to be favorable for you? Okay. There is a method of finding an harmony and resonance. So everybody somewhere, they have not been taught anywhere. So they find one very exalted planet. Okay, exalted planet. We will choose the exalted planet Akshara. It's 5th house, Yoga Karaka for you. Let it be Yoga Karaka. But there is one method of finding Akshara resonance. It is very, very important. So that I'll be teaching. Today I will give you a brief of what I say. See, Chandanji was giving. He was doing so detailed Kabbalah, English numerology, Nakshatra. Yeah, all here, there, and there. But there is something very, very vital which is missing. That is very, very important. After that, if you add up all those factors, it will be nice. Some basic, fundamental basics are there. See, that is the secret. I remember one particular numerologist, English numerologist, 1970, very close to my place. He used to charge 5 lakhs in 80s. Just with English numerals. He was a good dasa, whatever name he kept. I know, because I know him, he kept many of the ministers in Tamil Nadu and central ministers. He kept it well. I know some people he changed, Cine stars he changed. But see, it was pure luck. If you understand, if you know the system, it is pure luck. You must first know what is the vibe. It is not such an easy you can take and pick it up. You must know sound first. What is sound? How sound works? Sound works through nakshatra, sound works through rasi, sound to planet, it works. Then there are so many other filters also. So you must understand all these filters. To pick up a particular correct akshara is the knowledge of astrology. And to give it to a baby or to give it to a company brand. We have a company brand and that runs Apple. Okay, it is function. Why the Apple runs? What is the meaning of an akshara? That is all very, very important. You should understand. Oh, is it A very, very good? Why A is very good? What is the basic of A? What is the, or if you go into Bollywood, most of the people will start with R. Most of the people will say Shah is there, Ra is there. So what is Ra? What is Shah? So the lot of fundamental basics are there. So first you should know about what is sound first, what is aksharas first, how aksharas function, what is astrological base. There's something related to Swara Shastra also. Swara Shastra with Namakarana with astrology mingled together. What I say is this particular science. This can be very, and I will tell you one more thing. In this particular Shastra, somebody born with a bad horoscope. 4 planets in the 8th house. Now, let's say somebody is born in Mithuna Lagna. Mithuna Lagna, 4 planets are in the 8th house. Okay, what name will you keep? When you have 4 planets in the 8th house? There another day, one lady was asking me a particular name. That baby is unable to swallow. 3 months, no name. It is unable to swallow. Still Namakaranam. So she wants a particular name. Just not a name now. Her longevity is at a question. You have to give a name when the longevity is at question. She might not cross 1 year. What name we will give it where it will protect? It will extend the longevity. Remedial measures, Mrityunjaya, you can do all the other pujas later. But the name itself can protect. There are certain special methods in these kind of, when there is severe Kalasarpa dosha, Bhuja dosha, there is Putra dosha, there is certain names which can act like a shield. So for this, you must know what is sound. What are the sounds, how sounds function is very, very important. Okay, let's go into the class because I can go on introduction let's say. But let's see, I will give you the basic foundation of what is aksharas in this previous session. Let's see what it was. Okay. Okay, this first is Hoda Chakra. I think Hoda Chakra, now it's called Hoda Chakra, it is called Avakara Chakra. This is actually, so this is a very, very important. This was actually by Sage Garga, then it was reformed by Varahamira, and Narada Purana also mentions this. This is a mnemonic name. Each avakara is actually is an acronym. It is avasthas, what do you say, Vais, Varga, it goes like that. The whole mnemonic is this. So this is, I think, there is most of the kings, medieval era, marriage, and in fact, I will tell you one thing. This marriage Gunamilan, which they use, it is actually based on Namakarana. It was a Namakarana base. This was stretched to later into marriage match. These aksharas actually were used only for naming. Then later years, they used the same system for marriage because it was already there in the system as a matching tool. Then this is what marriage matching Gunamilan is nothing but a Namakarana method. It is later followed. Okay, this is, I think all of you all know, this is a Hoda Chakra. Okay, Ashwini, Barni, each has one particular aksharas. As I pointed out, what I say, this is a base. I'm not saying anything, but I'll ask you a question. If this was the, what I say, the sutra of actually maybe, why did Rama, born on Punarvasu, was not given the Ha akshara? Or Krishna was born in Rohini. You see, Rohini, what is Rohini nakshatra? Is O, Ba, Vi. Why is Krishna given a different akshara? Why didn't Sandipani or what is it, Vashishtar give them the Nama Nakshatra, some other name there? Yes, Chandan.
Sir, as per my understanding, so nakshatras will store all our karmas. So if we keep the name as per the nakshatra, but all our the karmas, it gets directly downloaded in our life.
No, I'm not saying. See, now this is your moon nakshatra, right? Yeah. Most of the Hoda Chakra not based on anything else. Some stretch it to Lagna Nakshatra. Based, you are born in a moon nakshatra. If this was the true, why Rama was not given a Rama was being Swati. Okay, neither Krishna was born in Rohini was not given. Why they didn't follow the Shastras? Why didn't they follow? What is the missing link?
It's a Ved, maybe Ved, negative Ved by the different planets.
No, then this is wrong. No, Hoda Chakra, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If they didn't follow it, means then it's not like how can they go? So this is a basic. It's not that. But what I'm trying to say, it is not your birth nakshatra alone is not the only tool, and it doesn't mean birth. You need not worry about the birth nakshatra. Some people stretch it. Oh, no, we will go into Tarabala. Navatara. Okay, maybe the second one. The second nakshatra is good, Sampat nakshatra. We will go to the 4th, 6th, 8th, 9th. Maybe those Paramamitra we can choose. There is some logic. And okay, I will ask one more. See, nakshatras has different kind of quality. Ugra nakshatra, Saumya nakshatra, Mridu nakshatra is there. So anybody born in Mula nakshatra, is it okay to name them? Mula nakshatra, Aslesha, Kritiga, Aridra, Purvabhadra, the Ugra nakshatras. Is it okay? Birth nakshatra, even in Ugra nakshatra, or we should only name a child when it is born in Saumi nakshatra? Tell me. Or birth nakshatra, doesn't matter how bad it is, we have to name it only. Tell me, can Aslesha nakshatra, somebody is born in Aslesha nakshatra, can we give them the name? And especially when moon is in the 6th, 8th, 12th house.
Sir, mostly people follow that only, like Janam Nakshatra and
see, because it is first filter is correct. This is the base. Okay. But what is the second base is there is a fine-tuning with this. You are not supposed to leave this aspect also. But without leaving this aspect, you have to build it up. That is missing. So you cannot blindly take it. Doesn't mean, no, this is waste. You don't need to take this chakra as waste. Because moon's auspiciousness is very necessary. Is moon in what nakshatra, which bhava it is, what association it is. If that is the base, then this becomes very, very general, right? What I say, only for selective purpose, this can be. No, this stands very, very strong. It has a very important base also. And many people think Aslesha, they're born, they can use any of the 4. Do you all know the difference why it is 4? Rima, can you tell me why the 4 aksharas for 4 padas? The logic in that.
Aslesha?
No, not all the nakshatras. There are 4, no? But there is a common factor in all these,
I, U, E, O, that vowels, I think.
Maybe it falls in a different Navant.
No, that will follow the but you see the commonality. There is only 4 vowels there. So 4 vowels only will keep playing that. E, O, and U. This is what we'll be playing. This is the 4 aksharas which will be playing in all this. Okay, so you understand this Hoda Chakra can't be blindly taken. There is a lot of other aspects to be taken, and that doesn't mean Hoda Chakra must be negated. Hoda Chakra only if you have an exalted moon sitting in a very good pada, in a good nakshatra, good asana, only then Hoda Chakra must be used. Otherwise, Hoda Chakra is not let it. You cannot leave the nakshatra a person is born, the correct pada becomes very, very powerful. Remember that it becomes very, very powerful. Just that if it is born badly, you cannot take it immediately. There are some more filters, aspects to go. Okay. So this is what I was explaining. This how important is this. Okay. So in what I want to tell you is in the chakra, it is just not an akshara. An akshara has a tattva. It has a graha ruler. It has a numerological value. It has a directional force. You should understand this, very, very important. So what I say, you just blindly do not take it. You must understand each akshara has all these. There's a tattva. It could be a fire, it could be water. It is ruled by a particular planet. It has a numerological value, and it has a dik also. So when you choose it, a particular akshara, you must know this is in harmony with the horoscope. So how do we choose? That is the most important. So it is very important an akshara is chosen when all these four, the tattva harmony, the graha harmony, the numerological harmony, and the directional harmony are all correct with the horoscope. And this starts with the Janma Nakshatra. So Janma Nakshatra is definitely the base. The akshara of it is the base. But you must see it also balances with every other aspect in the planet. So that is why the name can be very, very powerful. If you choose a particular akshara which suits every other aspect, there is a tattva harmony. If you are a dominant, fire person, let's say there is all, how the beauty of it. You have a chart where it's a female or a male, or whatever it is. It's going very naughty, too energy control. The correct name can sublimate and keep the child under control. There is a method of grounding. The name you give can control the chart. So important is the name. You can tell remedial measures later. Do this, do that. It is born in this dosha, that dosha, this dosha. But name itself is the biggest and the most powerful shield and remedy. If you know the akshara properly, name itself can extend longevity, protect accidents. Mars is there in the 8th house. Okay. Mars or Rahu's in the 8th house, or 2 malefics in the 8th house. And you keep a name starting with Mars, or the numerology Katapayadi coming to Mars. You have to be very careful. This is when you have to be very careful. You can't keep a random name. There are aksharas which will control. Let's say somebody has exalted sun in Lagna, sun and Mars in Lagna. What I say, you know how the child will be, if you have in Lagna, or exalted sun and Mars. What I say, especially let's say it is a girl. She's going to be totally out of control. So you have to keep a name which you cannot say it is bad. You have to use it correctly in the right sense, where it gives her leadership, control, where she can control the energy. So that the reins of the horoscope is in the name. How you are going to control the horoscope is purely in the name. If you give a correct name, it will control and direct the chart correctly. For this, you must understand what is aksharas. Complete it, you must know. The tattva, graha, numeral. So this session is just going to give you an importance of how important is akshara first. Mostly, as I know, is 2 things. They take the Hoda Chakra and give a name, then go to the English numerology. And based on it, the English numerology has different versions, pyramid version, Chaldean version, this version, that version, and that is the only thing. Nothing about phonetics, what is sound, Swara Shastra, nobody knows anything. It has never been. So the priest will tell you, go to the temple, he will say, okay, this time, what is the name? You're born in this particular Maha Nakshatra, start with Ma, that's all. Narendra Modi is born in Anuradha Nakshatra. He's been given the name Na is the name for Narendra Modi. It suits his Janma Nakshatra. But why does it suit? Let's see. Okay, so after this basic, we go into, see, the name Akshara immediately has 2 aspects, the consonants, Vyanjana, and we move into the Swara, Vyanjana and Swara. So first you must know what is Vyanjana, what is Swara. Without knowing Swanjana and naming is based on this. So the consonants, how important is the consonants? 80%, most of the name starts with a consonant. So the consonant is very, very important. It is the body of the name. There are 2 things. What is the importance of vowel and the importance of consonant? It is not every name will also have a vowel. Right? Every name will also have a consonant starting name will also have an immediate vowel. Both control the name. It is not just the starting letter. The immediate vowel also will control the name. So it is very, very important. The mode of expression, the behavioral imprinting, the stability and predictability, the moderation destiny. This is the main thing. The destination, how a destination is going to move, is related to the consonant. So this is the base. The Ka Varga series, the Cha Varga, Ta Varga, and Pa Varga. So this is ruled by Mars, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter. When you start a particular person's name in one of these Vargas, first you must know it must suit. And for what purpose? Each is controlled by a planet. So this is very, very important. which Varga you choose. So what purpose? What is strong in his horoscope? So you should take it accordingly and you have to choose a Varga. So before you come to this Varga, this must start with the Hoda Chakra. Where this falls in the Hoda Chakra, which Bhava it falls, what Akshara it falls. This is very, very important. And what is the meaning of each Akshara? Each is ruled by the planets. So see, if it is ruled Kavarga, each Kavarga has a subplanet also. Kavarga by itself is mass. Ka, it is ruled. Each is ruled by a planet. But I'm just giving you the base now. Ka is ruled by Mars. Cha is ruled by Venus. So you all know this for desire, beauty, persuasion. Mars is for separation, action. What I say, the Tavarga is Jupiter. The hard one, it is Jupiter. The soft one is ruled by Mercury. So you saw today's what is the name of the class I put? Divya Nama Rahasyam. So let's say when I take this class, I have to be correct. What is I used all the value. I saw the starting Akshara, it is ruled by Jupiter. I took the Jupiter Akshara, I took the Katapayadi, I took the Nakshatra which it falls. The whole the self, I took all the numerological aspects into it and I have given the name. So Tha is Mercury, the soft Tha is Mercury. Pavarga is ruled by Saturn. It is very important, Pavarga. You need to ground somebody. Too much of action, too much of, see in the horoscope, too much of air tattva is there. Too much of air tattva means Pavarga becomes very, very important. When to use which Akshara is, it's one science by itself. When to use which Varga is one science by itself. See, so this, I'm giving you an example. The Ka Varga, you know, is the logic, precision, courage, and cutting through competition. Kapil Dev, Krina Kapoor, Keanu Reeves, Kanye West. So it's a warrior energy. Cha Varga, Venus, art, diplomacy, beauty, social grace. You have Charlize Theron, Jennifer Aniston, Jackie Chan, Chiranjeevi. This is the most glamorous of all the things. Cha Varga, Ta Varga, ruled by Mercury, skill, communication, business, quick wit, Tom Cruise, Diana, Taylor Swift, Dwayne Johnson, all this. Ta Varga, dentals, cerebral dental, soft and hard, Jupiter. It is wisdom, expansion, law, traditional authority. Okay, no, this is, okay, the name is, it comes in the Navarga. Pavarga is Saturn. Brad Pitt, Beyonce, Marilyn Monroe, Bill Gates. Okay. Now we will move into the semivowels. Semivowels are ruled by moon. So this is very, very important. This is a very powerful. You have semivowels and vowels. Ya, ra, la. In fact, if I see the celebrity, you will see most of the celebrities will only start with this, especially ra, la. This is there is something more. This is generally ruled by moon, but each of these aksharas also ruled by another subplanet. Each is ruled. You will see Ra is the most powerful of all letters, even in Mantra Shastra. And La, again, it's generally ruled by moon, but each has a sub-function also by another planet. So when it's ruled by moon and Venus, so this is called the semivowels. And for remedial measures, this can be very wonderful. Okay, this is why many people want to say, yeah, youthful, relatable, emotional, accessible. Yeah, Shivan Shankar. Rajnikant, Ranveer Singh. It's an authority number. Grace, La, elegance, a lot of grace. Lata Mangeshkar, Leonard, and Va is Virat Kohli or Vijay. Okay, then we move another particular akshara is called the sibilance, Ushma. Ushma is it's a Rahu octave. Very, very powerful. This particular Sha and Sa has a hissing sound. Ha, Sha has a hissing sound. It is related to Sarpa. So why it's called Sarpa? Why the name Sarpa itself? All this Sha has a lot of Sarpa influence. These people in the name has what is a very deep penetration, very powerful particular name, very subtle. When you name, when to name, use this particular name. Very, very powerful name. So if you have to see Shah Rukh Khan, Shakira, Shawn Mendes, or here you can Salman Khan, Sachin Tendulkar, Selena Gomez, or Hrithik Roshan, Hugh Jackman. All these are Rahu Aksharas. It has the hissing. So I was just showing my daughter, her name is Sai Shruti, and she was saying what I say, and she was looking at what I say, the Harry Potter. There is one particular, I think there are 5 groups. I forgot one of the groups. One is the snake group. She said, I did one test, and always most of my test came into, what is that? This, I forgot that. Each group is there. I think some snake group. I don't know what is the name of the snake group. She told me
Slytherin,
something. Slytherin, yes. What is it? Her name starts with yes, she's Sai Shruti. No, so naturally her Janma Nakshatra is different. But where your name Akshara can dominate your birth Nakshatra Akshara. So there are 2 things. So you don't take it, what is it? You have a separate horoscope for your name. The Akshara of your name itself can give you a total different meaning. The inward factor is your birth nakshatra. Where you into the world, what it is your nama nakshatra. Now we'll move into Swara Rahasya. Swara Rahasya. Swara is the vowels. Generally, this vowels, it is ruled by sun. So this has a lot of secrets. It's not the what I say. It is the first, not because the first akshara has to be not people who have the name starting with vowels. The vowels in a name, the starting consonant and the following vowel, both are important. So you cannot understand the name without it. I'll come to that aspect. So vowel is 16 vowels is very, very important to know the meaning. In fact, consonants is the structure, the body of the destiny of the person. But to control the energy in a name is in the vowel only. In Kadappayadi, the vowels are valued 0. There is no value for 0. Only the consonants are valued. But the energy in our name is related to the swara used. Only the consonants are taken in Kadappayadi. But vowels, so it depends on, let's say your Sharat is there, Shah starts. Okay, Shah, what is it? It's a Rahu energy. So what is the immediate thing which follows? Ah, right. So your name is controlled by Shah and Ah. So what is that planet? This is very, very, this will be the most. Okay, Sharat, then the Katappayadi will follow later. Where Sharat falls there. But what is a Shah? Rahu energy is there. And okay, immediately it is for, because it can be. Shah doesn't mean it can be Su, Sa, Si, So. So the complete Rahu energy is completely transformed by the second consonant it follows. So you need to know what, if this particular consonant starts, what should be the following. That can change the name. So it is not the starting letter. The consonant is very important. It must match the consonant. The consonant and the vowel must match. There must be a resonance. It is very, very important. Though the vowels generally are sub, it is done. Each A, I, U, O, each is as a subplanet. You must understand it. When you keep 2 O's in a name, 2 E's in a name, when there is a stretch, the meaning changes. You know what mantra? I'll give an introduction, but mantra also. What is the meaning when you stretch a double O or double E or double A? There is completely the phonic, the swara completely changes. Why? That's why it is called swara. The whole meaning changes completely. Okay, generally, I've given you the expression. Generally, all roles are ruled by sun. Vowels are ruled by sun. This is A. Actually, this is exact sun akshara is A. Solar initiation, this solar intelligence, this solar expansion, solar heart, solar content. But again, this is subdivided into planets. A is different. IU, though generally sun, each has a different. If you have 2 O's in a name, it has a different meaning. Or if you have 2 A's in a name, a single A, it can change the way or energy frequencies. There's a lot of more to understand. And here I'm just giving an introduction. It is ruled by the sun. See, vowels as Atma. And in remedy, this becomes very, very powerful when a horoscope is afflicted, because there is elements. All the consonant and the vowel has elements. So what I say, the dominant element is to be balanced, and it is not balanced by the consonant, it is balanced by the vowel. So the amount of vowels in a name, especially the starting vowel, can mean a lot. So in fact, what field you are going, you are able to communicate well, full of fire, or you're an immune child. Lagna Lord is Neecha. No, in your name, you can increase the sun. Mars is nature. Giving the correct name, you can strengthen Mars in your horoscope. Shukra is bad in your horoscope. The correct consonant, correct vowel can completely change the strength in the horoscope. Wearing a stone, what I say, doing this puja, all will come later. In your name itself, you can change, rectify the horoscope. If you understand what is a consonant and where to place the vowel, you can change it. The secret is in the vowels mostly. Consonants, yes, for a particular aspect, the body is necessary, but the Atma of the name is in the vowels. Because it is ruled by sun. It is very, very important. And remedial measures. When I come into remedial measures, the whole secret is in the, what is your not your starting, in your name. Rima. Rima means what I say, Ra is the starting, and the following, what is the vowel will what I say, how a horoscope is going to be expressed. Okay. We will move into now the power of a Namakshara. So is it your birth nakshatra alone is very important? So I need to only look at my birth nakshatra? No. The Nama nakshatra itself, side by side, can have a total different meaning. It is not necessary, what to say, the birth nakshatra only matters. I'm born in a particular akshara, my nakshatra, so its akshara is only going to be term. No, your Nama nakshatra side by side will give a term. So it is, in fact, you can see those days it was given marriage matching was done with Nama nakshatra. There are two things. When you see Guna Milan, it is done with your birth horoscope. But many people, you go and see many old astrologers will not take your birth nakshatra. They will take the Nama nakshatra. There is a Guna Milan based on your birth nakshatra. There is a Guna Milan based on your Nama nakshatra. So which is going to work? For what purpose? Can you tell me? Your name has an akshara and an nakshatra and an element, a tattva, graha dominating. And this is what you are known to the world. And this is what it is like your, what I say, your projection to the world. Your birth star is what you are. What you are basically inside, your energy, your potential is your birth star. But what are you projecting to the world is through your name. And let's say if it is not related to your birth star, so your birth star is one particular akshara and an energy, and your Nama nakshatra is different. So now which will you use? Now tell me. A particular friend, a common friend you are going to have. What is your relationship with your wife, brother, enemy, boss, everything to an extent has the birth nakshatra, and it also has your Nama nakshatra nakshatra. So it is very, very important. Don't leave it. So it is like, I have to tell you, the birth nakshatra is the inner nature, works in science, emotional satisfaction. It is permanent, marriage relevance. But the Nama nakshatra is your outer expression, works through interaction, social experience is changeable, career relevance. Profession, you don't choose it from your birth nakshatra. For a profession, your name, the name you give it for your office, branding, anything, it must suit your Nama nakshatra. It's very, very important. The office you join, your name of you and the office, or the person you interact with. So you have to know Nama nakshatra itself will play a very, very vital role. And so what is the underlying factor? Tell me. So if this is important, tell me what is the missing factor here? Your Janma nakshatra, Nama nakshatra must be harmonious. What I say, it should not be exactly, one is fire and one is water. It should not be exactly opposite. One should not be moon, Mars, and one should not be Saturn. Both can be very strongly placed in your horoscope. But if your birth and this explains two different elements, two different planets, the whole meaning will change. So it is very, very important, to find a name in resonance with your birth nakshatra. Even though you chase a good Nama nakshatra, but if it is opposite your birth nakshatra, the whole meaning will change. So this is very, very important. Birth chakra shows potential. Namakshara controls recognition. It's your name. The reason actors like this, public figures, they change the name. Most of them will have a particular name, authors. And suddenly, if you are destined to big success, 90%, it is not with the same name. For some reason, your name changes. it changes, and there your name starts working. So we'll say numerology. Oh, maybe the numerology work. We don't know. So simply we'll say maybe the numerology factor. So you had a particular name, and suddenly the actor has a different name. And if he's going to shine, his horoscope shows shine, it cannot work in the same. It must vibe with the best aspect in the chart. So it naturally changes. I don't know, it is not some astrologer sits and chooses, it automatically happens. If you had the power to, I'm running a particular dasa, let my name vibe with that particular energy. There is a reason why all of us are not given one name. You have a Gupta name, you have 4 or 5 names. There is a practice to give it. For mantras, there's a particular name. For the world, there is a particular name. When you do remedial measures, there's a particular name. There are a lot of meanings why for each purpose. Just not, you are not known. In the house, you have one particular name. Each will have a total different meaning. Okay, so see, I'm just giving you an example of what is it? Ja, the Nama Nakshatra. Okay, the Nama Nakshatra and the Rasi. And first for India. Say India starts with Taurus and Virgo. So just the Prime Minister starting Akshara for Kritika, how it is favored. So Jawaharlal Nehru, Ja falls in Makara, 9th house. Indira Gandhi, it is the same. Rajiv Gandhi, it falls in the 5th house. Narasimha Rao falls in the 4th house. Pa. Atal Bihari, it is in the last. You know, thrice or lot of problems he had. See, again, his birth nakshatra is different. I'm not taking the bucks. I'm not taking his Katappa ID. I'm just taking I'm just saying India and that the name of India for the Prime Minister alone. I'm checking. There is more filters to be done. What I said, the birth nakshatra, yes, must also be seen. You have to see the Katappa ID or thing. But I'm just looking at the excellence of the name India and with the Prime Ministers we have. Narendra Modi. Now, exactly opposite. In fact, you know, India's what I say, Independence Day chart itself is Vrishabha, and India's Pusha Nakshatra. So exactly opposite to it is his name. Not only his name is opposite, his moon is also opposite. It's the 7th mirror. It mirrors the country. So this is for the US presidents. So you again, it comes to the 3rd pada of Kritika. So 3rd pada of Kritika, how was the some presidents what it was? Franklin, it was in the 8th house. A lot of transformation. John F. Kennedy, 9th house. Ronald Reagan, 5th house. Bill Clinton, it is the 1st house. Barack Obama, 1st. Donald Trump, 11th. His name to USA falls in the 11th house. That is a 2nd time history. Joe Biden is a 9th house. And you can see some Bill Clinton, a common factors also, which keeps repeating. Certain names which keep repeating. Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, or Ja, you can see it, Joe Biden, or the Da factor is a Mercury worker, which keeps. This is just one filter. Okay, this is not all the filters. Okay, it's very, very important. Nama Nakshatra is resonant with the birth horoscope. So you are not supposed to have what I say a particular main. It might be powerful, it might be good, but you have to see it resonates with also your birth nakshatra and your horoscope. So this is very, very important. Okay. Any doubts before that? I'm just going by myself, and all of you all are missing in the pictures. I'm looking at your pictures. All are off to your pictures. Let's warm up with some.
You said, sorry.
Yeah.
You mentioned that the horoscope decide what's possible, and the name decides what will happen, right?
No, name doesn't decide what will happen. The name is like a filter give effect.
Okay, because I was wondering with otherwise, if you are looking at a horoscope, you always have to have the name to see, what's going to happen.
No, you don't through the horoscope. See, the horoscope is there. Let's say you have 9 planets in different places. Okay, now you have to keep a name which is best suited, right? Which you will have 2-3 planets bad. You will have 2-3 planets ordinary, 2-3 planets very, very strong. Now, let's say you have a good horoscope, you have only one planet badly placed in the 8th house, and your name is starting with that akshara. It vibes with it. What the horoscope will go for waste. Your whole horoscope meaning, it's in all of it. Do not have all very strong. It is all mixed. Some good, some bad, some not that bad. But your name, if it suits, it comes to you the best. Even you have a very average horoscope. If the name is correct, it can raise your the optimum usage of the horoscope can be very, very good. You have a good horoscope and one planet bad, and that is what your name is. So it is going to be, you have the potential, you have the talent, everything. For some reason, you're not able to reach. It's all blocked totally. Why? What is it? What's the remedial measures I have to do? What puja I have to do? What temple I have to do? Everything. But what is the problem? The projection of your horoscope is to your name. It is not correct. So see how important becomes the name. You must know what is it, but it is not that easy. Simple Hoda Chakra, you name. You must know what is a consonant, what is the vowel, how it harmonizes with the horoscope, and how it is named. And there is after I'll tell you the numerological meaning also.
Okay, so I mean, if you look at it another way, like when you look at a horoscope, William G, like, do you always look at the person's name and sort of rotate the horoscope to match the name or something?
Yes, it's very important. No, see, it is. Look in the middle of the horoscope. I can't look at the name. I can't tell him change your name now. But somebody comes with a great challenge. It's problematic, sickly from the beginning. Okay, or a child, let's say 12, 13, mother comes and tells me he's not studying, falling sick, this problem, female is having periods problem, eyes from the beginning, she's wearing heavy specs, all these kind of problems will be there. So horoscope will show, but how is the horoscope used? The harnessing of the horoscope, and it is kept the name of a planet in the 8th house, or Neecha planet, the person has kept the name. The dasa may not be really very bad. It's not definitely Sade Sati is affecting. Then name the person, an average horoscope, but the name is at the worst. You have a very strong horoscope, it's a different thing. But what I say, you already have an average horoscope and you have a very bad name. Imagine what will the person life be? You can't use it. You can't use the horoscope properly.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else? Any doubts? We'll be moving to the next dimension. This is Akshara. We will move before we move into the next dimension. I just wanted to ask you already. Any doubts?
Sir, one question.
Yeah.
So when we say we are also looking at counting from the house, now house we can count from sun, we can count from lagna, we can count from the moon. So that also complicates the point of reference. So say if I say my name starts with I or vowel, so then should we treat that the sun can be treated as a lagna for further analysis?
No, you can't take like.
Okay.
There will be a confusion that way, no?
Yeah.
But for what purpose you want to count it as lagna?
No, generically, I mean, how do I assess the chart if I have both the name as well as the birth nakshatra and the birth details?
Nama Nakshatra is based on what planet?
Okay.
No, I'm asking you, Nama Nakshatra is based on what planet?
Nama Nakshatra is the nakshatra of the starting name.
Okay, and your birth nakshatra?
Birth nakshatra is Mula, let's say, Mula.
Moon, no?
Moon.
It should match only with that.
Okay.
You don't need to worry about any other things. Okay. The only thing is your birth nakshatra, how much does it match with the rest of the house? So the counting is basically from the moon and nothing else.
Okay.
Yeah. Anybody else, anything? Oh, we will move into a different. So how this is being given in different. See, the Bijaksharas. Bijaksharas are based on the same. It is based on Vyanjana. It's based on the Swara. Okay, this is Om, Brahman Sadashiva, Om, Shiva, Ham, Rudra, Dham, Durga, Gham, Ganesha. Each, the starting and the ending, why it is M, no? What is actually most of them, you will see the mantra logic is the starting name ending with M will be there. So the M is the grounding. You know what is the planet ruled by M, no? So this the starting consonant, in between there is a vowel, and everything, M is a grounding aspect. So this together makes the Bijakshara. Okay, Kleem is Kamadeva, Cream is Kali, Hrim. So Ha, what I say, when it comes to Ha, you know, it is Ushna, this siblings. Hrim, Shrim, Mahalakshmi. Ain, Lam. See, all this has so much of secret. I will tell you in the class. The Sha, the Sarpa energy. The Ha, Sha is the Sarpa energy. The Ha energy, Ma energy. Combined together makes the Shiv. Or for education, the vowel Surya energy first. It immediately will join with Ma. Together will form the Saraswati. A Bijam, just simply a Bijam repeat itself can activate very, very powerful energy. But then you must know whether this suits you. Lam, Bhairava, Earth Shakti. Okay, if I have to just give you the start, just give you the meaning of the avatar starting letter, the Nama Nakshatra. What is it? I'm just giving you, and I'll say Ma, it's Maha Leo. Purma is Kritika. Vara, this is not De Janma Nakshatra. Don't confuse. This is the Nama Nakshatra. Varaha is Rohini. Narasimha is Anuradha. Vamana is Rohini. Parashurama is Uttar Palguni. See, I explain to you more detail about this. Rama is Punarvasu, but is Nama Nakshatra is Swati. Can you all understand this? Why Rama was in Swati? Anybody can understand what is the meaning of why Rama is Swati, but not named in what is it, in the Akshara he was born? His Rama Katapayadi will fall in Kataka. Rama, if you decode in Kataka, it will fall in Kataka, but it is in the 4th house to his moon sign. Ha is his birth nakshatra, Akshara, but Ra is his name nakshatra. This is a huge aspect to understand.
Sir, so
yes.
Rama, because it was in Libra, he had Saturn in Libra.
Yeah.
So he was grounded, that is okay. But if you take Cancer, at least from the moon sign also, if we don't know his Lagna, that becomes his 8th lord, inimical. So that is what caused so many hardships in his life.
You take it. I'm not telling you. Tell me. See, his name is Ha vibration, right? What is the villain he faces?
Ravana.
Okay. The same Ra. Okay. See, you can decode so many logics. The relationship you have, your enemies you have, your bosses you have. It is not related to his birth nakshatra. Everything is related to his Nama nakshatra. So your name's starting akshara itself, how you vibe with the world becomes very, very important. So many people look at moon sign. Today Chandrashtam for me. Chandrashtama for your moon sign. There is a Rasi nakshatra for your Nama nakshatra. Your Sade Sati can work from your Nama nakshatra. You know, your whole horoscope, I can tell you transits from your Nama nakshatra. Because this is what you are to the world. You are getting a bad name. I have Jupiter in the 11th house. Saturn is in the 3rd house. But suddenly some bad name is coming to my name. Why? Because Saturn is transiting on your your Nama nakshatra. Or Rahu is transiting on a Nama nakshatra. But Jupiter, Saturn, according to your Janma nakshatra, everything is fine. You also function from your Nama nakshatra. It is very, very important.
So if my name is according to nakshatra, but let's say if I was named differently, the Sade Sati and everything should be checked from the Nama nakshatra.
Yes, yes. The outward expression is through your name. What is happening to you inward and what is your surroundings basically is the birth nakshatra. But when you interact with the world, the daily interaction which you have is through your name only, no? So the name must not be attacked, no?
It's a kind of Arura, sir. It's a kind of Arura.
More, I will tell you a lot. I'll be taking not just how it is being attacked, I'll be giving on Kota Chakra. I'll be explaining Sarvatpada Chakra also. There is a Veda falling in Kota Chakra and there is in Sarvodbhatra. Let's say Sa. what is it, exactly on Sa, or there is a Veda for Sa from Rahu, Ketu or Saturn. You will have problems. Okay. But according to your horoscope, it might be in the 11th house, or you might be higher. So it is very, very important. Your name, horoscope, the transit is seen only from, also from your name. So it is not, so important is the nakshatra, nama nakshatra, nama akshara. See, this is just the map of the Navadurga. Shailaputri, Hastam, Brahmacharini. So each starting akshara itself will resonate into a particular Rasi and Nakshatra. There is more. In fact, why they are, it's not just the Nama Nakshatra. If the whole name, if I put it in Katapayadi, will give a total different meaning. I'll explain why Shailaputri is not the Shah alone. That if I can decode this name, what Rasi and Nakshatra and Rasi it will fall also. I will teach you. But just here I'm just giving you a glimpse of Shah and what is the energy. What is the Nakshatra energy? Okay, this is the, what is it? I'm comparing both the birth star of the avatars, the Nama Nakshatra, and the relationship. You could, there is just a Tarabala. So from the birth star, where is the Nama Nakshatra falling? If I see the Tarabala. Kurma Shravana to Kirtiga, it's the 10th. Varaha Rohini to Rohini, same. Narasimha Swati to Anuradha. This birth nakshatra, it is Nama nakshatra. Vamana, it is the 10th nakshatra. Parasurama, Purva Palgani, Uttra Palgani. Rama is Punarvasu, the 9th. You know what is the 9th nakshatra? It is Abhisheka or Paramamitra. Krishna Rohini Kirtiga. So it is also your birth star to your Nama nakshatra, the Tara Bala becomes very, very important. It should not be 3, 5, 7. Okay, see the planets. The same thing for the planets. The planets' birth nakshatra and the starting aksharas. I have not the sun moon. I have taken the what is the Sanskrit names only. So sun is Vishaga to Satabisha 5-9. Moon Kritiga to Ashwini 112. Mars Purabhata Kritiga 5-9. Mercury Rohini Purapalkani 8-6. Jupiter Purpaling Danishta 7-7. Venus Pushya to Satabisha. It is a Chadashta. Revati to Hasta. So this is, I'm just giving you an example, okay, of how important is Nama Nakshatra in a day. So here I'm just giving you one thing. I'll be teaching Sarvodbhata Chakra, but not in related to Namakarana only. I will take a separate class, a detailed Sarvodbhata Chakra. But here I will tell you, there is one but 2 filters which is very important. Kota Chakra filter and
complement.
Kota Chakra and Sarvodbhata Chakra. 2 filters are necessary. Sarvodbhata Chakra is after naming, you have given a nice name, you have started a good vowel, you have started a good consonant. But if it is in under Veda from Malefic, you cannot name. So there are 2 very important filters. One is the Sarvodbhata Chakra filter. It is always has to be named. Next is Kota Chakra. Kota Chakra, when it comes to branding a product, Kota Chakra becomes very, very important. The crowning nature of an akshara, which is the best grounding, or somebody has a very bad longevity, you need to protect, shield, then Kota Chakra is very, very important for Namakara. You have to. So I'll be teaching you Kota Chakra as related to Namakara. It's very, very important. How important is Kota? For shielding, protecting, and branding a name, what I say, apart from every other process, this Kota Chakra becomes very, very important. Okay, we will move into Katapayadi. Just give me 2 minutes. We'll be back. I'll explain to you what is Katapayadi.